Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful that you are here. My name is Nikki and I use my clairaudient and channeling abilities to help you find the magic within. If you're new here, welcome. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today is Movie Monday, and I will be channeling messages from the 1998 film City of Angels, starring Meg Ryan and Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage plays an angel named Seth, and Maggie is played by Meg Ryan, who is a heart surgeon. Seth falls in love with Maggie as he roams the halls of the hospital where she works at, as he helps people cross over when they pass on and just does his angelic duties in any manner that he can. Fun fact about the film: in the beginning, when all of the angels are standing on top of a building, if you look very closely on the side of the building, you will see the number 444. 444 is a direct reference to the angelic realm, especially if you are familiar with angel numbers. So I watched this film not too long ago, and there are some very powerful messages in here, and I thought it would be so cool to work with Spirit to bring these messages to you. So in the next part of the video, you will see 5 piles. Please meditate on the pile that is speaking to you, and then go to the timestamps that I provide down below to go directly to your reading from there. If any part of a message does not resonate, perhaps you could try another pile. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. Let's jump into it. Hey, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from the film City of Angels? I have your pile right here. I pulled cards from the Moonology Oracle card deck by Yasmin Boland. So let's see what your message is. A win-win outcome is forecast. Look at the bigger picture. Show the world the real you. The end of a tough cycle approaches. A personal issue reaches resolution. And surrender to the divine. Okay. So it would appear, pile number 1, that you're in a sticky situation right now. And it's something that is out of your control. And I feel that that is something that is difficult for you to do, to let go of control, because we have surrender to the divine. Spirit is showing me Maggie, played by Meg Ryan in the film City of Angels. She is a heart surgeon, and in the beginning of the film, she is operating on a man. And in the middle of operating on him, he actually has some complications and dies. And Maggie really beats herself up about this. She is really hard on herself, and she doesn't understand why she wasn't able to save him, because she prides herself on being one of the best heart surgeons in her area. So there's a scene particularly when she goes and has to tell the family that their father, husband, passed on. And you can see the emotion building up within her, that she feels like she failed this family. And it's interesting because then it cuts to another scene where she is sitting down on some stairs in a stairwell by herself, and she just lets the emotion just pour from her face. And that's when Seth, the angel, played by Nicolas Cage, shows up, and he sits in front of her, and he just sees her tears coming down her face. And he can hear her thoughts. And her thoughts, she's thinking, why wasn't I able to save him? Why wasn't I able to do more here? And she's really going through the notion in her mind that perhaps she really isn't in control of everything that she wants to be in control about. And that's what Spirit wants you to know, that it is safe for you to surrender to the divine in this sticky situation that you find yourself in at this time. That there are just things in life that happen that are out of our control. And the best thing that we can do is to surrender and give it over to God, the divine, whatever you believe in, whatever that may be. Or just to surrender in general and just learn that very powerful lesson that we cannot control everything in the world. So this situation that you are in right now, it's out of your control. So it's important to surrender and let go of any fears, let go of control, let go of how you think the situation should go. Because when you let go, you are getting into a state of allowing, and things go much more smoothly when you allow yourself to go with the flow rather than to push against it with that resistance. And there really is nothing to worry about here, because we have the end of a tough cycle approaches and a personal issue reaches resolution. So this is a tough cycle that is wrapping up in your life right now. This is something similar that has taken place in your life, where in the past the lesson may not have been as clear cut as you would have liked it to have been in the past, where, you know, the answer would have been like, oh yeah, that's what I needed to do here. This is a cycle that keeps showing up so that you can pass the test, pass the lesson, and move on. Because Spirit is saying that you need to look at the bigger picture here. So the outcome that you are so focused on taking place right now, take a step back from what that outcome is and look beyond that. What is the bigger picture? Because in the movie, Maggie wasn't looking at the bigger picture. She was just looking at how she played into everything and was hard on herself. She wasn't allowing herself to see the bigger picture, that when it comes to, you know, crossing over, people passing on, that sometimes there's nothing you can do that's out of your control. It was that man's time to go, and she wasn't able to control that. That was the bigger picture that she was failing to see. So what is the bigger picture in your situation right now that you may not be seeing at this time? Because if you allow yourself to do that, that will help you see things more clearly. And we also have a win-win outcome is forecast. So for some of you, this feels like some type of a conflict with other people, and it's like this resistance where both of you have a certain outcome that you are both wanting to move towards, and there's some resistance there because both of you, or if this is more than one of you, all of you have this need to like have control of the situation. But what Spirit is saying, a win-win outcome is forecast, and you can move towards that more quickly when you look at the situation from a perspective of, okay, how can I walk away happy here? How can this person walk away happy? How can this person walk away happy? Where you sit down with one another, you listen, and you fully hear what everyone is saying, and then you take all of the strengths of what everyone is collaborating on with whatever this is, and you use it all to the advantage of each person in the group. And that makes the outcome so much more powerful. And that also helps you give up control because you're willing to listen to what other people have to bring to the table. And when we collaborate with others, there's something so powerful in that. And the last message that Spirit wants to give you here is show the world the real you. Where are you holding back? Where are you holding yourself back? Are there things that you are not speaking up about, holding back an opinion based off of what someone else might think? Because if that's the case, then stop doing that, because your opinions and your perspective is just as important as everybody else's. So in your current situation right now, how can you show the world more of the real you? Because that's what the world wants to see. The authentic expression, your creative, original expression, who you really are. Don't stifle those parts down about yourself, because those make you who you are, and those are things you can use to your advantage, because it is the authentic version of you wanting to express itself in the world. And you will find when you do that, that you allow more abundance, you allow more collaboration, you allow more good into your life, because by expressing who you truly are, you hold space for other people to express who they truly are as well. So thank you, pile number 1. Those are your messages. If you enjoyed the reading, if it resonated, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from the film City of Angels? I have your pile right here. I used the Moonology Oracle Cards deck by Yasmin, Boland. Let's see what your messages are. We have, don't let your past hold you back. You are good enough. Luck is on your side. Your dreams need a practical plan. Hold your vision. Adjustments are required. Okay, pile number 2. So what Spirit is showing me is that there was a situation in your past where you failed at something, and it created a belief within you that you were not good enough. And when thinking about your current passions today in this present moment, that moment from the past likes to creep back in and remind you of how you failed. But Spirit is saying, don't let your past hold you back, and to hold your vision. Because this idea that you have, it is really brilliant, it is very inspiring, and it's something you should continue to move forward with. And I can see that it is something that brings you a lot of joy. But there are some adjustments that are required with the way that you think so that you can break this cycle from the past that keeps repeating in the present moment right now. Spirit is showing me this scene in City of Angels where Maggie, played by Meg Ryan, she is super hard on herself. A patient dies on her operating table, and after that moment, she is super hard on herself. She feels like a failure, and she just keeps replaying it over and over in her mind and is just so hard on herself by the fact that she wasn't able to keep him alive or have a successful operation with him. But then she meets Seth, who is an angel. She doesn't know he's an angel. And he says to her, "You are a wonderful heart surgeon." Spirit wants you to know that your energetic support team that is around you, they have always seen you as good enough. And they want you to see yourself as good enough as well. That's what Seth represents in the film City of Angels. He was there in the perfect moment at the right time to help her see the light in herself. And she does. She does see the light in herself when he points it out to her. But it's actually not something that needs to be pointed out to you. It has always been there all along. You have always been good enough. So what you are working on right now, hold your vision. Spirit is saying that luck is on your side, so there is no need to worry. But these fears that you are feeling about wanting to move forward because of this fear of failure, the way that you break through the fear is you feel the fear, but you do it anyway. Spirit is saying that in regards to the adjustments that are required with this situation, not only are adjustments required to the way that you think, instead to empower yourself to break through that fear, override all fearful thoughts with more loving ones, like I am good enough. I'm going to make my dreams come true. Another adjustment that is required at this time is having a practical plan for your dreams. So Spirit is showing me that there is this tendency here to start something, but then to stop because of this fearful situation that likes to creep into your mind. It's like you remember that moment and it makes you not want to move forward with your dreams and your vision that you have right now. But Spirit is saying, don't let your past hold you back. Rewire in thoughts that you are good enough, because you are. They're actually showing me, they whisper this in your ear all the time. Just like Seth did to Maggie in the film City of Angels. Your angels uplift you all the time. But we have free will, and it's a matter of us truly believing it. Our angels, our spirit guides, they can only do so much. We have to take action at some point and keep seeing that vision through. So hold your vision, and when you feel like giving up, remind yourself of why you started in the first place. For example, in the film City of Angels, Maggie probably chose to be a heart surgeon because she wanted to help people. She wanted to help people get healthier. She wanted to be in service to others, to add value to others. How are you implementing that into your current vision right now? Are you a singer? Do you write uplifting words and songs and lyrics that empower people to want to do better for themselves? Are you a writer, writing about a vulnerable situation that somebody else in the world needs to hear? because you being vulnerable allows other people to know it's okay to be vulnerable and to share their story. There are so many different ways that you can be of service and add value to others. And when you remember your why you started in the first place with whatever it is that you were working on, that will help you continue to move forward. So thank you, pile number 2. Those are your messages. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from the movie City of Angels? I have your pile right here. I pulled cards from the Moonology Oracle card deck by Yasmin, Boland. Let's see what your messages are. We have step out of your comfort zone. You and your loved ones are safe. A time to give rather than take. Conclusions are within reach. Emotions are running high. The energy is gaining momentum. Okay, pile number 3. So there is a very emotional situation going on in your life right now, and I feel that it is within your family because Spirit wants to let you know you and your loved ones are safe. So there's no need to worry because we also have conclusions are within reach and emotions are running high. So this is a very highly intensified emotional period in your life right now. And it has to do, I feel the fear of not feeling safe or secure, not feeling stable. I do feel for a lot of you, this is around fears of not having enough money. And I can see that a lot of you are putting efforts in towards something. And Spirit wants you to know that the energy is gaining momentum. But they are saying that the extra step that you can take that would help would be to get out of your comfort zone even more. And they are showing me specifically in the film City of Angels, where Seth, played by Nicolas Cage, he is an angel in the film. And he was afforded the luxury of a very comfortable life. He didn't have to feel emotions. He didn't have to feel what death felt like. He just merely coasted along in his journey, helping other people because that's what his intended purpose was. So he helped people cross over to the other side, and he got to hear people's thoughts. He got to hear people read books. He got to observe the world in a very safe way. So Seth was in his comfort zone the whole movie, basically. And I'm being specifically shown how at the end of their day's work, they would go to the ocean and all the angels would stand there and watch the sun come up, and they could hear the most beautiful music. Well, later in the film, Seth gets out of his comfort zone because he falls in love with Maggie, played by Meg Ryan, and he takes a massive leap of faith. Where he becomes a human and he experiences emotions. He sees blood on his hand, blood from a cut lip. He sees what human suffering really looks like, and he no longer felt that safety, but it was something he had to do for himself, because once he experienced those human feelings and emotions, he didn't want to trade it for anything else in the world ever again. So there's something in your life where, like Seth had to, or Seth exerted his free will to do this, he stepped out of his comfort zone. Where in your life do you need to step more out of your comfort zone? Knowing and believing within your heart that you are okay no matter what happens. You and your loved ones are in fact safe. And conclusions are within reach. And Spirit is saying this is a time to give rather than to take, because what you give out into the world always comes back to you. And I'm being shown another scene in the film City of Angels. This was before Seth became a human. He was in a gas station with another angel, and the place was being robbed. And one angel stood behind the man who was robbing the gas station. He just put his arms or his hands on his shoulders, and he listened to his thoughts. And Seth, played by Nicolas Cage, put his hands on the cashiers to help him know that he was safe in that moment. The angels were there to let them know that they were safe in this very difficult situation. But something within the man who was robbing the gas station felt like he had to do this in order to provide for himself or his family. You don't really learn about his situation. You only see in that moment when he is holding the place up by gunpoint. And the angel, you can hear him listening to his thoughts. And the man that was holding up the gas station, in his mind, he's like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Because he had made this decision from a place of fear instead of love. And the cashier, he's like, am I going to see my family again? It was like his whole mind, his whole life flashed before his eyes. So this is the scene the angels chose to channel a message from in regards to a time to give rather than take, because this was one of the scenes in the movies where this guy was stealing from a gas station. He was taking, he was not giving, and he made this decision out of a place of fear, when perhaps if he had just changed his mindset to understand that there is so much abundance in the universe that he didn't need to steal anything, and that if he had chose to be of service to people, to add value to people, then he never would have wanted to hold up that gas station to begin with. Now, I definitely don't feel that the situation is as extreme for you, but it is a wonderful example of what it looks like to take rather than to give. And Spirit just wanted to put that out there. So where in your life can you give more rather than take? There should always be an equal give and take in all relationships, because that's what keeps things balanced. So Where in your life can you be of service, add value, and give more rather than take it this time? Because that will help shift some of the energy in your life. Because what you are working on right now, it is gaining momentum, but that it's a very emotional time. And Spirit wants you to know that conclusions are within reach and that you and your loved ones are safe. So, any fears that you have at this time, you are going to be okay. So, what can you do to cultivate that inner knowing, that inner faith within you, that everything is going to be okay? You are safe. Your loved ones are safe. And with emotions running high, feel what you gotta feel. Getting those emotions out, it is important to do that. But there's a need to step there's a need to step out of your comfort zone even more, to break through that fear even more. Because as you continue to do that, you will see fear for what it really is, an illusion. So thank you, group number 3. Those are your messages. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, pal number 4, welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from the film City of Angels? I have your messages right here. I pulled the cards from the Moonology Oracle card deck by Yasmin, Boland. Let's see what your messages are. It's time to take action. It's time to release negativity. Prosperity lies ahead. Don't let pride get in your way. You're very close to achieving your goal. Bring love into the situation. Okay. Pile number 4. So, what Spirit is showing me is that there is an outcome that you're trying to force right now. And the scene that they are showing me from the film City of Angels, this is a spoiler to the film. So I want to put that out there before I channel the message, but this is the message that is coming through that Spirit wants you to hear. So in the film City of Angels, Maggie, played by Meg Ryan, she falls in love with Seth the Angel, played by Nicolas Cage. He falls in love with her as well. But he is incapable of feeling emotions or feeling her or feeling what the kiss really feels like, because he is an angel and he's a messenger of God in the film. And she comes into the knowledge that angels also have free will, and they can choose to take a leap of faith and choose to fall in love. And the reason she learned this is because one of her patients was one of the angels who did this. 20 years earlier, he fell in love with someone and took the leap of faith to become a human, to be with the one that he loved. So when Maggie learns this, she conjures up a plan within her mind to get Seth to take the leap of faith. But what she didn't realize was she forced an outcome. And when Seth comes to her, she says, I can't be with you. I'm going to this resort with my boyfriend. He asked me to marry him. I'm going to be with him because he can feel me. He can feel my emotions. He understands me. He's like me. And then she just pushes past him. But what she didn't realize was that she was controlling the situation. She was forcing an outcome. So what happens is Seth goes and he takes the leap of faith for her. He becomes a human. And then he goes and he bees with her that same night. And after they share an intimate night together, they are both the happiest that they could ever be. And there's actually a scene where they are sitting watching the lake and they have blankets wrapped around them. And Maggie, she's like, we have our whole lives together. I'm going to show you everything. And then the very next day, she goes out and rides her bike. And she gets hit by a truck and is killed. So when I first saw this film in the theater, I did not like it. And when I watched it last week, I asked myself, I was like, why did I not like this film the first time I watched it? Well, Spirit let me know that when we don't like something in someone else, it's usually a reflection of something we don't like within ourselves. I, too, am someone who has trouble letting go of control, and I could not stand in the film that she controlled the situation to get him to do what she wanted him to do. And that's why the film ends the way it does, because she forced an outcome. This is why we should never force outcomes in our life. It's one of the most important things to realize. And that's why I'm seeing here in your reading, don't let pride get in your way. Don't be like Maggie was in this film and try to force an outcome, because if you do that, it's not going to end well. It will just put more strain, more resistance, and it's just better not to fight the flow of what is meant to be. Now, perhaps if she had let go of control, I think Seth loved her enough to the point where he would have taken that leap for her eventually. She just needed to hold out a little longer, because you're very close to achieving your goal. So allow yourself to open up to all of the opportunities that are presenting themselves. This one way that you're focused on, just kind of like, look over here. What's this outcome over here look like? What's this one over here look like? Who are the new people coming into your life? Just be open to other opportunities and you'll be surprised, because prosperity lies ahead. So in your current situation right now, what is the one outcome that you are so focused on having happen? Because Spirit is showing me that because it's not happening in the way that you are imagining it to happen, that it is causing a lot of negativity. So that's why they're saying it's time to release negativity, and how can you bring love into the situation? So when you can release that negativity and bring love into the situation, you're going to see things shift in your life in a very powerful way. But they are also saying that it's time for you to take action on something. So is there something you're procrastinating on? Are you waiting for something to come to you when it's something you need to take action on? The universe meets us halfway. So if you're waiting for something to manifest in your life and you have one way of it thinking that it's coming to you, there are multiple ways that it can come to you. And Spirit is saying that the number one way at this time is for you to take action so that the universe can meet you halfway and bring those experiences to you that will get you to where you want to be. So the main message here is don't force outcomes. Be more open to all opportunities presenting themselves. Take action to get to where you want to be. Release any negativity. Bring love into the situation. Don't let pride get in your way. And you are very close to achieving your goal. Thank you, pile number 4. Those are your messages. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, pile number 5. Welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from the film City of Angels? I have your cards right here. I pulled the cards from the Moonology Oracle Cards deck by Yasmin, Boland. Let's see what your messages are. Nothing will come of this situation. Nothing is yet set in stone. Believe in the impossible. Work through your fears. Your hard work is paying off. Meditate and contemplate. Okay, pile number 5. So there's a situation going on right now that has brought up some fears within you. I feel that it is with something you are working on, because Spirit is saying your hard work is paying off. So definitely keep going. But they are also saying that there is a need to work through your fears. And to be honest, as you continue to keep moving forward with what it is you are creating and working on right now, that is how you break through the fear, by allowing yourself to feel it, but not giving into it. And if there is a situation that has arisen right now, feels very resistant. I feel a lot of resistance around some situation in your life right now. Spirit is saying that nothing is set in stone and nothing will come of this situation. So there is no need to worry when it comes to that. The main message here that they are saying will help work through your fears is to meditate and contemplate. And in the film City of Angels, they are showing me how after a day's work, all of the angels go to this beach where they all stand and they close their eyes and they just listen to the beautiful sounds of the universe. Because they're angels and they are able to hear that. But this scene is very reminiscent of what it looks like to meditate and contemplate. And they're showing me the serene looks on their face as they are just feeling that inner peace within. And they are saying when you get to that place, this will help you reflect on any fears that you have and will help you let go of them. Because they are saying, believe in the impossible. And overall, the main message of the film City of Angels is to know that life is for living. Yes, there are difficult things that we go through here, but we are here to enjoy our life. We are meant to have so many experiences, meet so many people, connect with one another. We are meant to do what we love. We are meant to follow our passions. And that's what it truly means to believe in the impossible, because you are able to create whatever you want in your life. That's why this says nothing is yet set in stone. So what do you want to create for yourself? If you look very closely at the card, you see these waves, and Spirit is showing me specifically the scene where Nicolas Cage, who plays Seth in the film, he is swimming in the waves and he has his arms open and he is just taking in all the glory of the world in that moment, because he's happy to be alive and he's smiling and he just let the waves wash over him, and it was just the perfect embodiment of joy, bliss, happiness, the joy of being alive. And whatever you are working on, your hard work, it is paying off. But how can you cultivate more joy with what you are doing right now? And also, in regards to this meditation and contemplation, if you live near an ocean or a body of water, meditating by water will be so profound as well, because you not only will be out in nature, but you will also be finding your inner peace within with the meditation and the contemplation. So, working through your fears is what is most important. Meditation will help you do that, and your hard work is paying off. So keep going with what you are doing, and keep knowing and believing within you that you are moving towards very big things. Spirit is saying, believe in the impossible. And if you're in the midst of a difficult situation right now, nothing will come of this situation, and nothing is set in stone. So, what are you creating for yourself right now? You can create whatever you want. So, go big, go bold, and believe in the impossible. Thank you, pile number 5. Those are your messages. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.